Okay, hi, welcome to my Vlogtober day 12. I'm Rebecca and I live in Washington State in at Bremerton with my 5 kids and my 2 dogs, and I knit all the time. It's the only thing I do except make videos about it, and I shop for yarn and think about it and dream about it, and that's basically it. If I could have somebody feed me food while I knit, I would do that. Anyway, welcome to my Vlogtober. I actually recorded a segment for you today, like a montage for the beginning, where I, recorded my morning routine where I wake up at 5 a.m. and I do my meditations. And then I come downstairs and I have some tea, like freshly brewed, in my gorgeous kitchen that overlooks this like foresty greenbelt area. And I like to drink that in my spotless kitchen while I stare longingly out the window and think about impending doom. Okay, none of that's true, actually. I didn't do any of that. But if you'd watch other people's Vlogtobers, you might think that that's what people do, but they don't. Wow, I just started off really snarky and mean, didn't I? Okay, I'm Rebecca. I'm gonna leave that in there because honestly, you know it's true, right? It's true, okay? I'm just saying the truth. Just, you can't be mad. Okay, yesterday I ended the video with like this thing about how I really want knitting friends, and you guys took me up on that, and I'm so excited about it. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who messaged me and started to follow me. And I'm not here trying to get followers. I'm here actually just trying to get friends. And so if you follow me, that's fine. I don't know how many followers I have. I have no idea. I don't care. You know what's weird is like the people, so that there are some people who are like really focused on their ratios, like they really want to have more followers than people they follow. To each their own. I have no idea how many people I follow, and I don't know how many people follow me, and that number could grow by 4,000, and if I didn't get notifications, I wouldn't know anything about it. And I don't care. I'm not trying to be an influencer because that sounds awful. I don't ever have any interest in doing anything like that. I'm just showing up to the internet as myself, looking for fiber friends. Okay, I am wearing my Pandemonium sweater by Stephen West, and the reason I'm wearing this sweater today is actually because I need to do laundry, and the only thing I have to wear is tank tops, so a sweater it is, and I'm gonna take this off and finish up my laundry when I'm finished with this recording. Okay, so this is my Pandemonium sweater. Let's talk about my sweater because the sweater is iconic. Okay. It's called Pandemonium by Stephen West, and it's really fun because you cast on. Where do you cast on? I think you cast on here. That is a lie. I think you actually cast on at the cuff. No, you don't. I don't know, okay? You start on the sleeve somewhere. You must. This is humiliating. Okay, I don't know where you start. I feel like you start right here, but that could be a lie. Okay, anyway, and then the entire thing is knit flat. So from here to here, all the way across, you increase for the body and you knit it flat in one piece, and then you do the exact same thing on the back side, and then you like crochet it all up all together. Like there's no real seaming or anything, you just crochet it together. And so you don't have any ribbing here, like nothing to close up the neck, although you could. And then on the, there's no ribbing like right here, it just kind of does its thing. It's kind of cropped, but you could make it longer if you wanted to. Pandemonium. The crappy thing about the sweater is that there's supposed to be a panda on it, and I was really hoping for directions on how to do that panda, and what it actually was embroider a panda, and then there was like this panda picture that was like that big on the pattern. Cool. I don't know how to embroider anything. So no, I didn't know what to do. So I had my daughter, I showed my daughter the picture, and I was like, please make me a panda so that I can like figure something out. And I was making this to go to Stitches Salt Lake as my like a Rhinebeck sweater, but like for Stitches, and I only had a couple days to do the embroidery. So let's talk about what happened here. She drew it, and then I kind of stitched this outline. Okay, and then the original pattern has a bunch of like different pattern stitch patterns for different segments all the way around, and then you just embroider all of this. Okay, so what ended up happening was I actually don't like embroidering, nor do I know how to do it. So I just kind of actually started to give up. This I did in an alpaca blend, and it's really fuzzy. More embroidery on the face. I embroidered none. Okay, so then I got lazy and I was like, you know what, I'm just doing felt. So I cut out pieces of felt and a felt little nose. Oh, I embroidered one ear and then I got lazy. So I cut out the other ear out of felt and I put googly eyes on it instead of embroidering that. Okay. Googly eyes and felt, man. And I didn't even stitch it. I hot glued it. And I don't care. You know what? It's been years and it's still there. So hot glue your knitting and don't worry about it. That's what I do. So the original pattern had this embroidery design, which was really cute. And it was like a rainbow raindrops or something. I don't remember. It was adorable. But I didn't have time for that. Okay? I was in a hurry. I was trying to go to Stitches. And if I was making my whole outfit to go to Stitches. I was making 2 entire outfits, like sewing them up and everything. And I don't know how to sew. So if you can imagine, if you've ever seen Project Runway and you've seen Nailed It, that is what my clothing skills are like. Like, it's not good. And I didn't want to embroider anything anymore. And so I was like, well, I'll just glue beads onto it. I think I thought I'd sew beads onto it, but I didn't actually. In doing that, I ended up hot gluing them. And you know what? They're all still there. So I have sequins and I have these little bubble beads. And then I was like, he should be blowing bubbles. So I hot glued this on. Yeah, I did, actually. I hot glued it. And I don't care, and I don't feel bad about it because it worked out and it looks baller, right? I mean, you guys have to admit that this is amazing. And then I did the cuffs, and I actually had these like little panda buttons that I stuck on there. I hot glued them. I'm actually gonna pull them off, just because over the years, the paint has like faded off of them. But this was really cute, and I had a panda necklace, and I sewed this panda tank top. Actually, all the pictures are on my Instagram. Anyway, if you go to my Instagram, which is heyitsrebeccah with an H at the end, so H-E-I, I messed it up. You'll just have to see what it is down there. If you go there, you will see my panda sweater. Also, if you go there, you will see that I have not updated my grid in months. Not a big fan of doing that. My Instagram is in my stories. And it kind of makes me sad that Instagram stories have basically just turned into like a meme playground. Like everybody just kind of shares memes in them, which is great because it's funny and I care, but I share my life in my stories, my thoughts about knitting, my knitting projects, my mental health, usually, sometimes, my family things going on, all in my stories. The magic happens there. So if you go to my Instagram and you see that it has not been updated for months, it is not because I'm not active on Instagram. I love Instagram. I'm on it all day. Okay, Pandemonium by Stephen West. This is my favorite thing I've ever knit. And one of the things I love about the sweater the most, besides the fact that it is absolutely and utterly ridiculous, I used Cascade 220, is that it really speaks to me and my philosophy towards knitting, which is basically you don't have to reinvent the wheel and you don't have to design something from scratch in order to be creative, right? Like this is everything you make, the pattern is an outline, right? It is just directions on how to make something that resembles that. This is not what the sweater was supposed to look like, but with a little bit of hot glue and some felt squares and googly eyes, man, you can do anything, right? You can make anything you want. So I love this. I want to wear it out in public. My boyfriend said he would be seen with me if I wore it out in public. I don't like to wear my knits in public because I don't like to talk to people. And I feel like a lot of my knits are conversation pieces and I don't want to have those conversations. So it's a struggle. I only like to wear my knitting around other knitters because those are the people I want to talk to about my knitting. Non-knitters, no, because they end up saying things like, can you make me one? And I don't want to do that. I don't want to have the conversation. I don't care what they think about knitting. I don't care that their grandma did it. I don't care. It's not interesting to me, which is mean. Because you know what? Okay, I'm sorry. The amount of times a knitter has talked to me and says something like, oh my gosh, I love that hat. Will you make me one? Or, oh my God, that sweater's amazing. Will you make me one? Every single time I say to them, no, I won't, but I would love to teach you how so that you can make your own. You can do it. And they go, no, I'm not. I'm good. So there you go. There is a polite way to tell people no. That's what I do, and nobody's ever taken me up on it. Although I would love to teach them. Like, it's a genuine, I would love to teach you how to do this, but they don't want to, and I don't want to. So nobody makes the hat, and they don't get one. Okay. All right. I said I was going to talk about Advent stuff. Are these too long? I feel like they're kind of long. I said I was going to talk about Advent stuff. And so I just grabbed the first Advent project I found, because I have so many. I do Advents all the time, every year. Multiples. And so I did want to talk about this because I saw some people talking about it. This particular sweater yesterday. I think Barbara was talking about it, actually. Barbara from Flame and Fiber. I need to get better at mentioning people's podcasts and where you can find them. Okay, so real quick, oh, that's the back. I knit this sweater. It's called the Vulkan Sweater, Vulkan. That's how you spell it, even though I didn't learn my lesson about spelling things earlier. This was an Advent. I did it in DK weight yarn with a Hannah made at Advent. Unfortunately, she's not dying at the current moment, so you can't get her. She's not doing Advents this year. But the point of the sweater is that it's got alpaca and mohair, and it's made for a bunch of different weights. I used alpaca and mohair from Knit Picks, and every day I just used my DK weight and added the next section. There's color work and ribbing and cabling and lace and texture and anything you could possibly ever want in a sweater. And it's all pretty much interchangeable. If you don't like doing cables, you don't have to do the cable part. Nobody's stopping you. I actually am not going to spend a lot of time on this, because I just wanted to let you know that I do have a video not too long ago where I wore this and went into a lot of detail about this Vulcan sweater. And I will link this down below, okay? I do know how to link things sometimes. Sometimes I can figure it out. I'm not very techie, but I can do it. And it doesn't look all like weird on your arm. Your arm kind of like is supposed to fit into it. And so this was super fun. I love knitting it every day. I was able to keep up because a lot of the sections were just really short. My cable on the back, this is the back is where all the seaming happens. So my DK weight did not wrap all the way around. That's actually 3 days worth of knitting. However, if I were to make the sweater again for an Advent, I think I would just pick a DK color and do the cable all the way around the same color, because this drastic difference in the back is not my favorite. But that's okay. So what I did was the Advent theme was Never Ending Story, and I was like, well, that'll probably be like really pastel, dreamy tans, which is what it was. And so my alpaca and mohair choices worked out. Okay, so Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. Next clue is tomorrow. It shouldn't really even be a spoiler at this point. Oh my God, hold on. Shouldn't even be a spoiler at this point. You all know what it looks like. So I finished late last night, except I haven't Kitchenered the stitches together. The 6 stitches at the end. But I actually like Kitchener stitching. I like it. I don't like saying it. I like it, actually. It doesn't bother me at all. I knit a whole bunch of socks. I got into like the sock thing and I knit a whole bunch. And I just Kitchener stitched all of them until like I learned how to do it, basically. And it doesn't bother me anymore. I don't have to look it up. It's fine. I used to hate it. Anyway, so here is my Mystery Knit Along, and I'm going to show you, but I don't have the braids going. I actually pulled them all out, and I do want to talk about that for a second. Okay, so here we go. Spoiler if you didn't look away already. Here we go. This is it. I did not do the braids, so it's obviously going to shrink up a little bit when I do. But here's the thing. Okay, my other color. You have to pick my other color in order to really get the vision. But I don't have my other color, so we don't get the vision today. But it's pink. It's a hot pink, and it's amazing. Okay. So here's this thing, is that I kind of love this as is with the little sideways shrimp, the worms. I kind of love it. Like, I love the vibe, like this creepy rib cage skeletal vibe it's got going on. I'm thinking about waiting to see if that's 100% necessary, because the stitch count doesn't change, right? On if you had to pick up on this side and then pick up on this side, it's not like anything would actually change. But it might be an issue later on if we have to pick up from the top or the bottom. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just leave it and see what happens? Because I kind of love it. I dropped a stitch, I think. So I have a safety pin in it or something. I don't know. This was the bottom, obviously, and then this goes down to the top. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I have the hot pink to go with this. I love it. It kind of is skeleton spooky vibes with almost a military thing going on, which is exactly what I wanted. And it worked out that way. I'm so excited for the next clue. Okay, so I have the Kitchener this stitch, or this project, which is what I'm gonna do. And then the clue is supposed to come out tomorrow, or overnight tonight. Hopefully it comes out a little earlier. I'd love to start. But my plan today is to clean my house and get all the laundry taken care of, the fridge cleaned out, the sink cleaned, all kinds of stuff done, because I want to spend all next week knitting on this as much as I can. I heard that the next clue is going to be easier. Usually the second clue is easier, I think. Like the second one is the smallest one. But, I mean, I have to do laundry. Like I'm out of clothes completely because I didn't do laundry last week to get started. I was too excited. I just kind of sat around and went like this and worried about my colors. When I wasn't worrying about my colors, I was like, come on, let's go. But now I have nothing to do. So I'm just going to clean up my house today, which is kind of a bummer. But it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Now that my kids are in school, I actually have to do stuff to validate being a stay-at-home mom. Like I can't, when they're home, I can just sit on my couch and knit and be like, yeah, I watched the kids all day. But now they're gone. And so now I have to actually like sweep the floor and stuff. So it's fine. Anyway, I'm going to upload this against my better judgment. And I am going to see you guys tomorrow, if I don't die. Feel free to message me on Instagram. Feel free to be my friend on Instagram. Feel free to always feel free to message me about knitting, about your questions, about concerns, advice. Like if you need help with anything, if you have a pattern and you need help with it because you're stuck, message me and I will do my best to help you. I have helped a ton of people, and only one time in my entire knitting, my Instagram, YouTube career, have I ever found somebody that I was like, I don't have a solution for you. I have nothing. I don't know, man. I don't think that's gonna work. But I will help you. If it's a technique, I'll help you find videos. I will make my own videos to explain it. I don't mind. I love sharing. And I'm not an expert. Don't ask me questions about gauge, man. Don't put me through that. I don't know. I don't do gauge swatches. But if you want to just run it by me or whatever, I'm happy to help you out. I have my Instagram notifications, like the sound, turned off. I don't get them. And I do that for a reason because I value my own personal time, and it's taken me a while, but I try to go easy on myself when it comes to response times. Like don't need to be on my phone 24/7 to respond to everything on Instagram and Facebook and whatever, right? So I do value my own personal time. But also I don't want people to be afraid to message me at 2 a.m. If you have a problem at 2 a.m., go ahead and message me on Instagram and I'll get back to you in the morning. That's two reasons why I do that. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, be my friend. We can talk about knitting. I love talking about knitting. It's my favorite thing. So I hope you guys are all doing well. If you're not doing the Mr. Knit Along, I hope you're knitting something you love. If you are doing it, I hope you love it too. I'm so excited about it. And I love getting hyped about it with other people. I know I should go, but is it just me or does it feel like Stephen West really hasn't been into it this year? Like he used to do all the videos with the phone calls and the characters and stuff, and I only saw one this year. Maybe I missed it, but I feel like he's just kind of been like, here it is, and then just, so that's kind of killing my vibe. Maybe I'm missing it, I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm still excited. I'm still gonna knit it. I'm still really excited, and I still love seeing everybody's. I can't wait to see where it goes. I love hearing people's theories about where it's gonna go. It's just so fun. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna go and I will see you guys tomorrow.